All right. Hello, folks. Andrew Michael here in the First Warning Weather Center. And we are doing things different tonight. We are starting off changing anew. I've tried Ustream since October, and it is now April. I have tried several times. It continued to crash. And so what we are going to do is I am going to be using YouTube now, which is also YouTube and Google are now for lack of better terms, in bed together. They now work together. And so we're going to be doing this on YouTube from now on and Google+. So if you guys are ever on there, you guys can always go to my YouTube page, which is youtube.com/AndrewWSYX6. So I think this will be a lot cooler. I can stream live with you guys all the time. It'll be really cool. That way I can interact with you guys a little bit better. Another thing that we can do is if you guys are watching this, you can leave comments on the actual on the video itself. So you guys can leave the comments, and then I can interact with you guys right back with that. So I want to check the audio here real quick. Make sure this sounds good. Yes. Sounds great. I love this. It's much more stable. I think you guys will really enjoy this switching over to YouTube. What kind of stinks is the fact that I was on Ustream for, let's say, 7 months. It's now that it's April. So I was on there for over half a year. There were many times when all of a sudden the Ustream producer or Ustream, just the web browser would crash. So I think this is a much better platform for me to interact with you guys. Do me a favor, if you guys are watching this right now, go ahead and hit share. I want to try to get the word out that I am doing this live chat right now. So just go ahead and tweet out or Facebook out that I'm doing this live chat. I want to get more people to know that I'm doing it over here on YouTube now. So go ahead and share that. Let people know that I am live right now, and I'm going to do the exact same. I'm going to do hashtag OhioWX, since I will use that thing all the time. Tweet. All right, cool. So, and if you guys have any feedback, let me know what you guys think, what your thoughts are. But I really like this. It's going to be a really cool way that I can interact with you guys a little bit better now. I'm working, another thing down the pipe that I'm working on getting a better web camera, because this one I have to go up here and manually adjust the focus and make it try to look a little bit better. But I'm going to try to get one that is autofocus, so that way you guys, it'll be a little bit clearer for you. I think that's off. I messed it up. I should have just left it where it was. So yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, the easiest way to get a hold of me is to tweet me. And you can tweet me using AndrewWSYX6, and let me go ahead and pop that up there so that way you guys can see how you guys can tweet me. I'll turn that on for you. So there you go. You guys can see AndrewWSYX6 if you're on Twitter. Easiest way of getting a hold of me. Also, if you're on Facebook, Andrew Michael. But this is hands down the easiest way of getting a hold of me, just tweeting me. All right, so yeah, WrestleMania is on tonight. Austin Wright saying he will not be able to join, unfortunately, because he's watching that. But again, if you guys have any questions, weather questions, leave your comments on the side there of the actual YouTube page, and I can comment back. So Blake saying, I think this is a lot better than Ustream. Thanks for the feedback there, Blake. Pedro also saying that this is better than Ustream. So good to hear from you guys. I really appreciate the feedback from you guys. I think this is really cool just to have this chat going with you guys just in person. We can really just chat, make it a lot more friendly. And I think this is so much more stable than what Ustream was. I found that Ustream crashed so often, and I was very upset about that. That's the big thing that I did not like about Ustream. So let's see here. Again, I'm still testing this out. I'm still getting my feet wet with this. But I believe I want to see if the polling option works here, because I'm still getting used to this. So again, hopefully you guys were able to enjoy the beautiful weekend that we had today. I know I was here working. I did get to go out this morning. I had some family in town, so we were able to. We went to Cracker Barrel this morning to get breakfast. My brother graduated from his Ohio State Mount program, so it was pretty cool, you know, to be part of that, at least to get together with the family before they went to my brother's graduation. So, all right, let's see here. I want to see if there's. I thought there was a poll option here earlier, but I must have misread that. I don't see it here now. All right, so I'm going to close out of this. All right, so let's see. I want to check the comments on the YouTube page, see if there's anything. The bad thing is you can't do a poll. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do the poll. I just have to get that figured out. So give me a little bit of time and we'll get that figured out. So again, if you guys have any questions about the weather, post them here. I could have swore I saw the option to do a poll earlier. What'd you guys do this weekend? Make me jealous. Make me jealous of what you guys did this weekend, because I was here in the studio both yesterday and today, so it was gorgeous. Unfortunately, I did not get to enjoy it outside like the rest of you guys, but it was definitely a beautiful day for sure, both yesterday and today. So, all right, I'm gonna post this over on my Facebook page real quick, and we'll check the comments here. Michelle saying, "Hey Andrew, what a beautiful weekend. We went to the toy show at Vets, and then to 16-Bit Arcade. I love 16-Bit Arcade. That is it's a very fun place. I went there a couple of times when when it was a lot warmer last fall. I went there with my moped group. We would ride mopeds down there, and it was just really cool to, I don't know, it was just a cool place to hang out down at the 16-Bit in downtown Columbus." All right, I want to see here. Open this new tab. I want to copy this link. Copy. I'm going to post this over on my I'm going to do this again. Same time, same place every single week, because I think that everyone gave good feedback about that. Oh no, I want to post the direct link. Let me post the direct link. I did not want to do that. All right, so let's do, hold on. So yeah, Michelle, the last one that posted anything in there. Let me do this. Then let me do copy. I just had my first coffee of the day. I take that back. I had a little bit, well, earlier. And delete. All right, delete photo. Let's do copy. All right. Let's see what questions we have coming in right now. So Blake saying my family fired at the barbecue grill. Sounds awesome. Not very crowded on Sunday afternoons, from Michelle. That's yeah, when I was there, it gets very crowded late in the evening. I went on a Thursday night and it got really, really crowded in there. Again, if you guys have any questions, you guys can either post those right in the chat there. You guys can post those directly in the chat actually the comments on the side of the YouTube video. You guys can just leave the comments in there, or if you guys want to respond via Twitter, which you guys can see down at the bottom there, Andrew WSYX6. So last week, a lot of people had to bail out right around 9 o'clock because of the Blue Jackets game starting, or not the Blue Jackets. Why am I thinking Blue Jackets? I just saw a tweet about the Blue Jackets. Because Walking Dead was starting the season finale. So without giving any spoilers away to some other people, let me know what you guys thought about the season finale of Walking Dead. Personally, for me, and I don't want to give away what I was able to take out of it, but I think that next season is going to be very, very interesting, especially for Carl. Carl and Ruth, because of where they are and the people that they're there with. I don't know if you guys were able to see when they were running through Terminus, if you guys were able to see some of the small details that they kind of placed there as they were running through, but there were some very interesting things that I noticed there. Hey Noah, good to see you. Are we looking at sunshine or rain this week? From Blake. We are looking at rain for Monday. A little bit of Tuesday. We'll deal with some rain, and then we're dry Wednesday, Thursday, and then more rain by Friday. So, good question. How will this Monday be like or look like? We are looking at a lot of rain. Hey Noah, we are looking at a lot of rain for Monday. So Monday you will definitely need the rain gear as you guys are heading out the door Monday morning. All right, so let's see here what else we have going on. All right, so let's see. What are the comments coming in? Are you working with Tara Morgan tonight? I am working with Tara Morgan tonight. It'll be Tara Morgan, myself, and Adam Arrow. Adam Arrow is in tonight. So he is anchoring along with Tara. So it's pretty cool. And now that we have like a full team weekend, because all of the other stations here in Columbus, they only have a 3-person. They have sports, they have the anchor and the weather person. But it's cool because now for anybody that didn't know, we now have the largest, and we've actually for quite a while have the largest news crew of all of the stations here in Columbus, which for anybody that's watched Channel 6 back 10, 15 years ago, that was never the case. They were always the smaller team, but now we're really starting to ramp things up here, and it's a lot of fun working for a station where there's a lot of forward momentum. Everyone's really energized to come to work every day because, I'll be honest, I've been at other TV stations that it wasn't the high energy like we feel here, and I think that everyone pushes each other to do a little bit more, be a little bit better. But what's really cool is now that we have Tara and Adam anchoring together on the weekends, it just gives it an extra. It's more fun. And then at the end of the show, what we're doing now too is we have Clay Hall stick around, and we have what was called a 4-shot at the end. So it's me, Tara, Adam, and then Clay Hall down on the other side of the desk. So it's really cool to actually just have some fun interaction at the end of the show with all of us together. All right, so let's see here. I want to see if there's any other comments coming in. It was a pretty good finale. I hate having to wait this long for the show to return for Michelle. Yeah, I completely agree. When Walking Dead was over, I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Because when does it start back up in October? It's going to be a long time to wait. Thanks to hear, Michelle. I like to hear that. Again, if you guys are on Twitter, easiest way to quickest way to get a hold of me is using Twitter, using Andrew WSYX6, which is my Twitter handle, and I can respond to you guys directly on there. All right, so let's see. What else do we have going on here right now? I'm going to check out my Facebook page, refresh that, see if there's anything new that I missed. Looks like 5 notifications, so there is some new stuff on there. All right, so let's see here. I got to figure out that poll. I think I have to start the poll before I start the live broadcast, so I will have to keep that in mind for next time. All right, so let's see. Do you guys have any other questions about the weather this week? If you guys do, feel free to post those questions here, and I will answer those as we go along. So, again, thanks for everyone stopping by so far. Looks like we're up to 9 people in here. For the first time of me switching over to YouTube from Ustream, I think this is doing pretty well. I haven't actually went back to the Ustream to check it out this evening to see if there's anybody else in there. The social stream, let's check it out. Nope, nobody in there. I am going to record a little reminder video over on Ustream just to say that I transitioned everything over here to YouTube. I've been actually behind the scenes. What I've been doing is every single time that I used to do a Ustream weather chat, is I was uploading that back over to YouTube, so that way all of the videos were over there. All right, so let's see here. If you guys have any questions, again, if you guys are watching this live stream, you can leave the comment down at the bottom, and I will be able to respond to your comments as those are coming in. I used to watch NBC4 when I was younger, but now I refuse to watch anyone else but ABC Fox. Good to hear. I'd love to hear that, Blake. Pretty sure I've never said that about any other news program. Oh, awesome to hear, Michelle. What are you talking about, Pedro? You have a 4-letter word in that last response, and it starts with a 1, 0, and then it has a couple of letters. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to check out Twitter. All right, no questions on Twitter at all. Wow. All right, let's see what's going on here. So what do you guys thought so far of this? Do you guys like how this is going? I tried switching over. I have another camera, and I tried switching over to it, but I don't think it will work. It keeps wanting to crash, so I just completely nixed it. I tried. Can't blame me for trying, right? All right, so let's see. What else do we have on here? We're going to keep this going for about another 15 minutes. So Noah asking, do you expect any storms anytime soon? Tomorrow we will get some heavy rain. There could be a few rumbles of thunder, and I have not checked the newest Futurecast since I came back from my dinner break. But it does look like what we will be seeing is some strong storms possibly tomorrow, and that will be pushing its way in. It just went black. There we go. We're back. That will be pushing its way in for tomorrow, especially afternoon, because we'll stay dry overnight tonight all the way until right around the morning commute time frame. So if you're someone who leaves the house before 7 a.m., most of you will have a dry morning commute tomorrow. But then as we head into the afternoon, we will see a few showers and storms. I think that the chance of anything becoming severe tomorrow is very, very, very small. I think we could see maybe some small hail in some of the individual cells, but it's going to be it's not going to be very conducive for severe weather at all. All right, so let's see here. All right. I'm going to check, see if there's any other comments coming in. So, yeah, there's a very, very slim chance of seeing storms tomorrow. And what I'll do is I will pop up the Storm Prediction Center forecast thing real quick. So let me see here. Severe weather, convective outlook for tomorrow. There is a very, 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 very slim chance. So let me pop this up, and I'll make this a little bit larger. View image, and I can zoom in. So let me flip this over real quick. This is what I really like too. So here, we can pop this over, start screen share. So you guys can see that there. So there is that 5% chance of there becoming a storm severe criteria, mainly south of Interstate 70. But again, the chances of that are very, very small. We're looking at basically just some strong gusty winds, maybe some strong hail, but the good news is the chance for that is very small. I think most of us will just be dealing with just some rain showers and some pretty moderate showers. All right, so let's see here. Got any other questions coming in? All right, so Lindsay asking, when will it hit 70 degrees? That is a great question. I thought next Saturday we were going to get close. Maybe next Sunday we'll get back into the upper 60s, close to 70. We already did hit 70 degrees once this year. We hit 70 degrees. Let me pull it up and I'll get the exact date for you because I don't remember the exact date. We did get up to 70 degrees on April 1st. April 1st we got to 76. So that so far is the warmest temperature of the year was April 1st. We hit 69 a couple of times. We should be back at least close to 70 both for Saturday and Sunday next weekend. It's a good question. Nikki asking, are we done with the freezing temps? I can tell you very confidently no. This morning's low temperature, let me pull it up here. This morning's low temperature was 30 here in Columbus. 25 was the morning temperature in Newark and Lancaster. So we are not done with the last frost or the last freeze of the year. It's still April, and we normally average an inch of snow for the month of April. So far this month we have not had any snow, so We shall see. It does. The extended forecast does look like it'll be rather warm, but I do not see any significant snow anytime soon. All right. Pedro, the answer about do I like 10 TV? I work for Channel 6. So no, I don't watch 10 TV. So there's your answer. We'll leave it at that. Am I doing behind the scenes tonight? Also from Pedro? Probably not. I'm still trying to get this thing figured out. So we're going to continue doing this for right now. There's a chance I may, but right now I'm probably going with a no on that. So Noah asking, what did I have for dinner? Or LK Crafty. I had leftover pizza for dinner. So not super exciting, but, you know, gets the job done. All right, so let's see here. I want to pull up the chat. I don't see anything here, the group chat. All right. My people. Are you guys, I got a question for you guys. Are any of you on Google Plus? So I have this, and if you guys are watching this, I'm not sure if you guys can see the link. It does not look like it. When you're on my YouTube page, there's like a little G plus in the corner. But I was just wondering if you guys were on Google Plus or not, because I am. What I'll do is I'll post the link to my Google Plus account in here, so that way, if anybody wants to go over there and add me to one of your circles, I will add you guys back. So let's see here. There we go. Post. Comments cannot contain links. Please put the link in your video description and refer it in the comment. So what I can do here is I can add, let's see here, add information in the video comments. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. In the subject, not in the subject, in the description, I will save the, I added the, what my Google Plus account is. You guys may have to actually refresh the browser, so you can do it later. You don't have to do it right now. But I was just trying to post in my link there to the Google Plus, see if anybody else is on there. But just search Andrew WSYX6. Same as my Twitter, same as everything else. I try to keep it all exactly the same. So if you guys have any weather questions, again, throw those out there. I will answer those here in the next couple of minutes. Again, that's what we're here for, to answer some of you guys' weather questions for the week ahead. I use Gmail a lot, though. Nope, just Facebook from Blake. Never really used it, from Shell. Nope, not on Google Plus, from Nikki. So good to know. So what do you guys think so far? Do you guys like the commenting here on the side? Do you guys like just commenting on the side like that? Do you guys feel it is effective, that I can respond to those quick enough? Let me know. I would be interested in hearing what your thoughts are. All right. Close out of this window. I'm going to check my Facebook page again, see if there are any other new comments, questions. It does not look like it. All right. Are you married and do you have any kids? I am married, no kids yet. For LK Crafty. All right. All right. See if there's any other questions coming in from you guys. Don't see anything right now. Refresh this. Nothing on Twitter. Quiet night on Twitter. Other than the fact that the Blue Jackets winning. That's pretty big. All right. All right. Question coming in. I'm on YouTube, and yes, I think I like this new thing. So Nikki saying, not spam. So Nikki Snell saying, I read that you spoke at a weather conference a week or two ago. Did I learn anything? I did learn some stuff. What was really interesting is there was a speaker that came in from Moore, Oklahoma, or actually Oklahoma City, and he was a chief meteorologist out there, and he had his presentation was the last one of the day. Bill and I were the last one of the morning. Bill and I's talk was the last one in the morning, but Damon was the last one of the afternoon, and he had video of a couple of videos. He had video of them, the crew getting ready in the morning, what they do in the news or what they do in the weather center, getting all the crews positioned where they need to be, because they don't chase. What they do is they have all of their crews in specific spots. They stay there, and that way there's not all the clogged roadways like there always is, and that's why, I mean, there's been storm chasers that have died because there's so many storm chasers that it's basically going on a back road and throwing thousands of cars on the road. It's very dangerous. So it was very interesting to see that. And then what was also interesting is like I said, there were 3 videos. The next video was their on-air coverage, and the last video was kind of a promo talking about how the TV stations came together to kind of pick up the pieces after the Moore tornado. But what was really interesting is, and for any of you weather buffs out there, when we show you these hook echoes, when the storm has a little bit of a hook to it, normally you get the winds rotating within that storm, and that's what causes that. With the Moore tornado, I had seen images of the radar. I had seen images of the wall cloud and the funnel and the tornado. But what was interesting is to see them side by side. So when they were doing their coverage, it had one of the most well-defined hook echoes I've ever seen. And there's no funnel. There's no tornado yet. But boy, when that tornado dropped, because it had so much circulation going on up in the storm, when that tornado dropped, it intensified extremely fast, and it was ghostly, and it literally gave me chills seeing the radar, knowing how strong this storm is, and there's not a tornado on the ground yet, because you knew as soon as there was a funnel that dropped and then it became a tornado when it hit the ground, that was going to be an extremely dangerous situation. I mean, there's a lot of people's lives that are at stake. So that was probably one of the most interesting things that I learned, is just being able to see side by side what was going on. A lot of people saying I like this platform a little bit better. I like this commenting format better than Ustream. We have 200 characters instead of 100. I'm on YouTube, and yes, I like this thing. Have there been any hurricane predictions for the year? It seems the last couple of years we're supposed to be active, but thankfully we're not if my memory serves me correctly, from Michelle. So I have not heard any hurricane predictions yet. I know that El Nino is looking to fire up. The early predictions is that El Nino will start firing up, and what that will do is it'll increase the temperatures in the Pacific, and depending on the flow of the winds, there's the 2 main ingredients that you need for a hurricane to form. Is you need very, very warm temperature, or I guess not very warm temperatures. You need warm ocean water. You need a lot of that, because that's just going to evaporate, help fuel the storm. Another thing you need are very light winds in the upper atmosphere. If you have a storm, like let's say this is a big ball of cotton candy, being the storm. If you have really strong winds coming in and hitting that storm, it's going to start tearing it apart. But if it's a light breeze, or there's not a lot of strong winds, it can sustain itself more. So you need warm winds and very light winds in the very warm water, and light winds in the upper part of the atmosphere. So hopefully that made sense to you. And as far as predictions, I haven't heard anything yet about hurricane season, because hurricane season doesn't really start until July. Start of July. We get 60 more characters on YouTube as opposed to Twitter. LOL. Funny. My Red Sox lost the series against Milwaukee. That's a bummer. I'm a big Reds fan myself. L Crafty asking, am I a Pittsburgh Steelers fan? I am not. I am a Cleveland Browns fan. Have been ever since I was born. My dad was a Browns fan. I'm sure that's why I root for them. But I stick with my team. They're not the best team, but I will root for them. It's hard. but I am a big Browns fan. So Blake asking, do tornadoes form mainly in front of a storm or behind it? It's a very good question. More often than not, they form on the southwest corner of a supercell. A supercell is an individual cell of thunderstorms, but they call it a supercell because it's a little bit larger. It's got a lot more dynamics working with it. It's got a lot of really strong updraft, fueling the storm. The wind's going up into the storm, the downdraft as well. And that circulation is what helps fuel the storm. You get that rotating as that warm air goes up into the storm. It starts to rotate. And as far as its location on the storm, most of the time it's on the edge of the storm. So if you have an individual cell, it's normally on the tail end of the storm on the southwest corner of it. Now, what we have in Ohio is we have a lot of these squall lines where it's a big line of storms pushing their way through. And what happens is you have one of these push through a little bit faster than the other. So I don't know, well, I'll go up. So if one pushes a little bit faster than the other, what happens is that the winds start to circulate as you're moving up. The winds start to circulate right there, and you can get a quick spin up. And that's what we mainly see here in Ohio. We see these weak, quick spin up tornadoes that aren't really, they're dangerous for sure, but they're not sustained, long-living, life-threatening tornadoes. Of course, I'm sure if one would hit if one dropped right on top of a vehicle that's on the road, picked it up and threw it, I mean, it's a very dangerous situation, but it's not the prolonged, long-lived situation where we are keeping an eye on the potential for very dangerous things to happen. All right, so have you ever been in a tornado or dangerous weather-related problems while working? From L. Crafty. I've never been in a tornado. I've had very, very, very strong winds. When the derecho came through that was 2 years ago now. When the derecho came through, I was working at a TV station in Dayton, and I was going into work right as the line was coming through because I worked in the morning. The chief meteorologist in the evening, he was doing the wall-to-wall coverage, and so I was heading in, and I mean there were branches, like limbs flying everywhere. That was pretty crazy. What is the most dangerous storm Ohio has ever had? It's very likely the F5 tornado, April 3rd, 1974. There was an F5 tornado that hit Xenia, and I believe that is the most costly and life-taking storm that Ohio has ever had. As far as like severe thunderstorms, Hurricane Ike, may have been a little bit more costly for insurance companies because that affected such of a larger area. Love your passion for weather. Thanks for sharing the conference story. Not a problem, Nikki. I'm going to refresh this one more time. We'll get to the last couple of questions. And thanks for everyone stopping by. I'm going to refresh this real quick. Nothing here. I'm going to check the comments. All right, so let's see here. Any other comments coming in? Don't see any other comments. All right, so again, thanks for everyone stopping by. I'm going to set this up for next week again. So if you guys are on here, you can find me on my YouTube, which I will type that in here for you guys so that way you can see that. For anybody that's, obviously you guys are all on YouTube, so it would be youtube.com/user/save. See if that updated. There you go. So it's down at the bottom. youtube.com/user/AndrewWSYX6. This video will be on there. You guys can come back, check it out later, and then there will be more videos as well as we continue to do this. But I'm really excited to switch this over to YouTube and Google+. It's going to allow me to be a little bit more creative. I can show you guys a lot more stuff. The weather over the weekend was pretty quiet for us, so the chat was obviously not a whole lot of people on here tonight. They're probably trying to enjoy whatever they can. L. Crafty asking, when do you work this week? I work Monday and Tuesday reporting, and then I am working for Bill Kelly Friday. So I am off Wednesday and Thursday this week. Really love these Sunday night chats, Andrew. Thanks for doing them. No problem, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by. But I'm going to jump off here again. So thanks for everyone stopping by again. YouTube.com/user/AndrewWSYX6. You guys can always hit me up on Twitter at AndrewWSYX6 for anything related to that. So again, thanks for stopping by, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Make sure to take the rain gear with you as you head out the door for tomorrow morning. See ya.